The other thing too that was central to him was when he visited America. When you told the story that they like crossed the Mexican border, I just thought this guy is just a hoot. I mean, like, you just want to be his buddy along for the ride. He talks a lot about, the African American churches, the black churches in Harlem and New York. Why was he so empowered by what he saw from those people and really their faith and their relationship to God?
I mean, first of all, the story of Bonhoeffer is such an epic story. I mean, you cannot believe, where didn't he go? What didn't he see? He just goes everywhere. And I really want to make a series like The Crown, because it's an epic story. And getting into all this stuff, it's so fascinating. I mean, he goes to New York in 1930-31, doesn't have a clue what he's going to find. He finds theology so liberal that he's disgusted by it. He then goes up to Abyssinian Baptist Church, an African American from Alabama who's one of his fellow students at Union says, well, why don't you come with me up to this church in Harlem? And there he finds the kind of faith that he maybe had seen it once or twice in his life. He's 24 years old. He's in New York and he sees it in the black church in Harlem. And part of him just says, this is it. They're actually living their faith. This is not just like pious Lutheran, we do our thing and then we go back to our lives. He was really attracted by that. And then he gets pulled into, imagine America in 1930, the real racism. And then going into the Jim Crow South, he goes to Washington, D.C., and he sees real Jim Crow racism. It blows his mind. And he sees the church, the African Americans standing against this, and that makes him realize, I need to really live out my faith when I go back to Germany. Of course, then he goes back to Germany, and what happens? The Nazis are taking over, they're persecuting the Jews, so suddenly he realizes how he needs to live out his faith, and that's the story of the rest of his life.